Check. 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 Hey, Sonic, how are you? What's up, Bogies? Eric Wade. Hello. You guys hear me okay? I'm alright. It's warm up here today, so got the AC blaring, so hopefully the noise gate is doing okay. What's up, Restate? Hey, Delvin. I'm in Oregon right now. I'm from Minnesota. 27 years, born, raised Minnesota, and then 16 in Oregon. What's up, Ghost? Did I say hi, Telvin? If not, hi. Hey, Zandel, how are you, bud? I love Oregon. It's beautiful. We're right on the edge of the high desert, so it gets really warm in the summer. Like, we can hit 120. In the winter, we can get down to about 0, usually not much lower. What's up, Theo Pav? I'll just call you Pav. Gunny, how are you? I'm good. Just doing some auto clears. Let me post that I'm live. Getting some metal bits. I got a lot of stuff today. A lot of stuff. Your brain hurts from listening to politics on TikTok. Politics in general do that. I've asked multiple times about Twitch drops. There's some kind of issue at the moment with them. Smoke one. I would honestly love to just have it be like have static weekly claims for Twitch drops, and then have special ones once in a while. Generate a lot more Twitch interest. It's something that another game I play does very, very well. They have regular week drops, and they're not amazing drops, but they're not bad. And then they have weekend drops, and then when they do special events, they have special event drops, and it generates tons of interest on Twitch. It's pretty cool. So it'd be nice if we could do something like that, but I don't know the logistics behind it. Backstage pass at the start. The 3 extra claim, if you restart, should be there now. That just went out. There was some issues at the start. Restart should be there now. 12 or 13 mil for me. I would say watch my video, Gunny, but it's going to be the Leech moveset. Last week? I put a ticket in last week. Let's see what they have to say, Skip. Yeah, no problem, Smoke One. It's super cool, honestly. It drives a huge... put another one in. Oh, they only gave out 7? Okay. I don't know what it was last week. I didn't pay attention, to be honest. Yeah, Drip, Rosie isn't going to scale amazing because Leech Gems in general don't scale amazing. But he recycles, he heals. and he's fun. So I have these three. They're not mine. At 6-star today for you guys to mess with, showing a lot of the flat gem damage trainers compared to percentages. We'll also look at some other stuff that way. Um, so there's all that. Yeah, he's a lot of fun. He's like a better Trickster Sammy, lower charge, higher damage. And Trickster Sammy was really fun for a long time. Quack quack ducky Schultz, how are you? Oh, Rocky for sure. I'm not the biggest fan of Striker Macho. He's good, but I'm not the biggest fan, to be honest. I think Striker Rocky for sure. I'm good, Ducky. I mean, they definitely don't get everything right, for sure, Skip. That's true. There's a fair amount of issues at the start of events fairly often. You know, like it's not uncommon for the bags not to go out on the backstage pass on Monday in the first couple hours. That happens a lot of weeks. Um, so, yeah, they're definitely. I feel like there's, and I'm not. This isn't inside info or anything like that, or Scopely talking. This is Merrick's right here. Um, I feel like it takes time for some of the assets and things to populate, and I feel like that causes some issues. I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like at the start things are almost always kind of wonky at times, and then usually like 20, 30 minutes, hour later everything's fine. So I feel like it takes a while for things to populate, right? Sometimes I don't know if that's accurate though. That's just what it looks like from a non-technical standpoint on the outside looking in. That's a heck of a pull, Telvin. Nice, Gunny. Yeah, for sure. So we got those, but this past weekend event and the week overall, what are you guys' thoughts? Nice, Jason. Congrats. That's can't beat that with a stick. What were you guys' thoughts on this past week in the game? Yeah, Telvin. Uh, when you say meh, Repack Mania, why was it meh? Give me specifics. Why was it boring, Blue? Just give me specifics, not like one word answer. Tell me why it was. Hey, Sensei, how are you, bud? Why has it been off putting? Like, give me the specifics. Oh, Bran, that's hurtful. You thought this weekend was better rewards, Captain America? Is that what you're saying? You don't really, Coach Rick? You don't like them in the weekend event? I've kind of been enjoying them not being in the weekend. You got enough for gear? Yeah, you should not have sat on that, Bran. So Zandel says lackluster rewards, no prize wall. Captain America says better rewards. So those are two conflicting. That's interesting. No solo points on the weekend you dislike. Feud requirements a little more tedious than normal to start. Just minor complaint, really. Not worth 75 mil for Zandel. Okay. Better than last month. Seemed to hit achievements. Okay. Oklahoma Thunder, how are you, bud?
Acknowledge me.
Yeah, Mike. They're not my three, but yes, 100%. You have much better rewards now. Maybe if you got Barrett. Okay. Hey, Bob. How was your stream, bud? Welcome in, Raiders. 20-hour feuds have gotten way beyond old. Trickster wins is ridiculously low. The success scoring system, no prize wall. Yeah, the no prize wall I was not a fan of. Needing the poster to unlock the prize wall feels bad, man. Always feels bad, so I'm never going to be a fan of that. I'm sure they have a reason for it. I'm sure I also don't know or particularly care in this case on that one. So yeah, I'm not a fan of that. You were burned out from the start thanks to the Memorial Day Flash feuds. Wasn't worth it especially because they took the moment out of the token bag. Solo contest rewards were decent enough though. Okay. McManamy, what's up? Why didn't I pick Stardust for 6-star silver? At least then you could have played him at least. Lol. Thanks, McManamy. Love you too. Stream was chill. Solid content today. Yeah, right on, Bob. Awesome. So, I thought particular, while we're talking about the week and how people felt about the weekend event, that kind of stuff. How about the midweek? No one's talked about the midweek. What were the feelings on the Hall of Gold contest? Did you think that was pretty well done? Not so much. How are you feeling? Um, I picked these guys, Bobs, because they all have buffs. To test with the flat guys at 6-star silver, because we're pretty good idea, how the multiplies are going to go and that stuff. But all three of these guys have buffs in one way or another, that we can use with the flat trainers. So I thought, that would be kind of interesting today too. So there's that. Let's see what else. Hall of Gold. You thought it was Matt Oklahoma Thunder. TTV Bear Cave likes it. So you could get 100 shards times 3, but you needed 6 medallions, but only 5 were available the whole event. WTH, yeah. Mike, from a spender standpoint, I know you get a lot of characters, so that's an interesting take. Sasha not getting a flat trainer bump, leaving Blue Gem users short. You didn't like that. I don't like that either. I don't know why Sasha didn't get it and everyone else did for the flats. Don't like that. Midweek, far too much to do with the other stuff going on. Gendered matches, balancing, yeah. I didn't ask for one Southside, but that's a good shout. Wasn't a fan of no angle shards. You got Hall of Fame Kurt. Hey Baby Ice, how are you, bud? Good rewards, nothing special, but the requirements more too difficult for most. Yeah, it was nice not to have Hall of Fame talent up for sure. It did hurt if you didn't have Angle or Savage, for sure. It was way less interesting right there. You love the Hall of Gold contest rewards. Thanks to Hall of Fame Kurt. Yeah, Zimbo. If you had Hall of Fame Kurt, it was really good. I'm a little bit behind. I'll try and catch up here a little bit. Weekend event was very tough. Not a great chase. Prize wall was weak. Yeah. The prize wall is my least favorite part about it. It just feels bad for most of the community. So I'll never get behind prize walls locked behind getting the character. Personally, I don't like that. Right on, New Age. Thank you so much, bud. More tokens were available in Hall of Gold. Yeah, I could use more gold tokens for sure, too. Nice, Dobson. Yeah, Bob. Mixed bag on the Hall of Gold, right? A lot of people are going to have different perspectives depending on what they had. Hey, Peck, how are you? You really wanted the All Heart plate? Yeah, All Heart's an older plate at this point. A lot of people use it. I think that one should be made a little more available than it currently is, personally. I think that would be an excellent grind milestone to throw in. Spenders have had access to All of Heart. Heck, even not spenders back in the day. And I know Bob will remember this. It was given out as one of the things in the random plate bags. So, like, some people like myself hit a bunch of them, and I think I have like 6. And I didn't pay for any of them. Monthly talent up plate bag for maxing a talent up. Yeah, so that's one, in my opinion, for sure. That boss plate, 2 words for you, cheap shot head games, all of those should be on the part picker prize wall. All of them, in my opinion. They at the like 2-year point. Come on, those should be access for everyone now. So that's where I am on there. Yeah, Bob. Yep. Exactly. I let my wife button press a 7 pull. Got you Hall of Fame HBK? Right on, Brand. That's awesome. You don't like the 75 mil rewards? Personally, I like the Hall of Gold, but I could see why some people didn't. Nice. Titan Plate's amazing. Jay Myers, like that one being in there is a really, really good thing. You have nothing to complain about the Nasty Booty? You have anything positive to say? Positive's always good. Yeah, Bob, I think that's most people's overall consensus on that. I mean, that's kind of Captain America pulls are lottery tickets, man. This is the way I look at it. That's my opinion. I go into pulls only if I'm fine not pulling anything, right? So I do guaranteed stuff when you get shards with it or that kind of thing. I'm 100% sure, Skip. I'm allowed to have my opinion, and I think, honestly, at the year point, things shouldn't be paywalled anymore. I'm fine with them being paywalled up to a year for the really good stuff, but after that, they should be. You should be able to get them playing based, like incentive based. I'm fine with pay for early access. I don't like pay to win, but pay to early access, I don't have a problem with that as a business model, right? Personally. Again, my own thoughts personally. So yes, any plate that's over a year old, I think should have access, whether it's through difficult grind milestones or high on the prize wall currency, if they value that well. That's my opinion. I'm not a fan of everything being easy at all. So if you had an issue with the update, just uninstall the game and reinstall. It happened to me on BlueStacks here, and it wasn't working at all. And then it worked out fine. I thought you posted a link, Ima, because there was a period in there. It thought it was a link, so Steam Labs auto-timed it out. Drip's about a year old. I don't know how old that is, but Drip was last available during Powerhouse Sammy and then once since then. So, Drip Plate is one that, in my opinion, should never have been made. It's actually my least favorite plate in the game, even though it's incredibly powerful. That's why I don't like it. That's a plate that I feel like shouldn't have been made in general. You dug Hall of Gold, a little bit short getting Hall of Fame Kurt. Maybe next time, Crash and Burn. 24-hour feuds are tough to make, the time to grind, for sure, especially on the weekend if you're busy. I think it is too powerful, New Age Caveman, in my opinion. 55k, there's people with a lot more health packs. Regarding Drip Plate, no takebacks. Yeah, indeed. I just feel like that's a plate that shouldn't have been made. So yeah, in my opinion, right? I think it's too overpowered. You have to, now they have to make characters designed around it. Rhonda's Jacket or All Heart and Fury 2 medals. I would take Rhonda's Jacket, Big Red Fury, especially if you don't have one. It's pretty rare. That's assuming you don't have an All Heart. Assuming you have an All Heart. All Heart is, I use that more than any of the other subplates, it seems like. So it's probably the most used subplate. But Rhonda's Jacket is much more rare than All Heart. Yeah, health packs for sure gonna be an issue for a lot of people, and can be. Well, if they make it a shorter feud, then it'd be harder to get the requirements done. And then also, there's people from all over the globe that play it. Fully played is also OP. It's good, Ben, for tours and stuff. I wouldn't list it as OP, but I get what you're saying, right? It's super useful for clearing tours in conjunction with some other props and things, right? Super useful. I would list it as useful, not OP, but yeah. But I know what you mean, Ben. So, I mean, these are all like valid thoughts and opinions and stuff. Like most of them, I would say I tend to agree with, for the most part. Sid's power bomb plate is pretty terrible. That's not one you ever want to equip. Yeah, no, I'm good for flash feuds are probably the best in my opinion. But I'm Pacific time zone, so it definitely fits well with my time zone. But I get really bored with extensive long periods of feud. Quite a lot. So I like flash feuds much more, better variety, much less boring. I wonder, the moment bag was in the flash feud rewards, so I wonder if the moment bag is exclusive to flash feud rewards, because the rewards and payout structure in general is different in flash feud compared to regular feud. Flash feud also has the loot coins lately, which has been really cool. So feud's my least favorite game mode too, Blue, by far my least favorite. So I wonder if the moment bag will be something exclusive to flash feuds. And if so, I wonder why Flash Feud seems so much better. This week, so we got a midweek trial. And there's I'll go over the month-long list of events real quick. Furpo's gonna, I think, tweet it out after the stream, so you'll be able to get a visual. But I have the list of monthly events. I'll just read that off for you real quick, guys, while we're at it. So 6/13 is June B-Days, birthdays, so that's tomorrow, 24 hours. I like Boss Battle a lot. So I guess we could all Google real quick who has June birthdays in wrestling. So if somebody wants to look those up, that'll probably give us an idea. 6/14 is six-star bronze superstar trial. First time ever. You guys will be getting the trial at 6-star bronze. That starts on 6/14. Also, Rainbow and Riches contest, loot event, and tours. So it's a loot plus tours event. 6/16, there's an event for the weekend poster, which I'm not going to say right now. 6/17, Showdown Showcase. 6/18, Father's Day, 24 hours. 6/22, Gauntlet Blitz midweek. 6/24, Flash Feuds. Ooh, this sounds fun. I'm curious about this. 6/26, Money in the Bank week-long event. 6/30, Faction Boss. And 7/3, July 4th, 48 hours. So that's what's on tap. That tweet should go out after this. Of course, that is always subject to change, but that's the tentative schedule. Cody, Bailey, Foley, Warrior, Lex Luger, to name a few. Thanks, Imbo. Liv Morgan. Yeah, so that's what we could see with those. I would imagine the birthdays will be specific to posters we already have in the game. By the way, Mommy's B-Day was yesterday. Right on, Bex. Hey, MJ, how are you? All right. How about, who you guys want to see first? Alpha, Bulldog, or Foley? Foley's in the Showdown store. Also a very good trainer. Bulldog, Foley. Hey, Evo, how are you, bud? As of right now, no plans, Evo. Supposedly, it was intentional, but not said why, or unclear why. Has nothing to do with the fact Sasha is not in the WWE anymore, because plenty of those were. Mankind, Bulldog, Stardust, get out of here. Foley, Alpha, Foley, Alpha, Bulldog, Foley. No, these are not mine. Alpha won't take long, just one moveset. I'm going to do one moveset for each of them right now. Yeah, let's pull it. Why not? Let's do a poll. Use the power of the poll. Who first? Alpha, Foley, Bulldog. We'll do all of them. And 2 minutes to vote. Polls up. We'll do them in the order they get voted on. Yeah. So I don't think it has anything to do with that. It's just randomly weird with Sasha. I have no idea why. Like, it wasn't very specific, or it wasn't specific at all, other than they decided not to. That was the answer we got, I believe. If Donjay's in here, he can clarify. He pays more attention to the moderator stuff than I do. Hey, Scott, how are you, bud? If you missed it, Scott, June 13th is June B-Days, 24 hours. 14th is a 6-star bronze superstar trial, as well as the Rainbow and Riches contest, loot and tours. 6/16 is the start of this weekend poster. I'm not going to say the name. 6/17 Showdown Showcase. 6/18 Father's Day, 24 hours. 6/22 Gauntlet Blitz midweek. 6/24 Flash Feuds. 6/26 Money in the Bank week-long event. 6/30 Faction Boss, and 7/3 July 4th, 48 hours. If game has been acting weird, Uninstall and reinstall fixed it for me. So far, Foley's winning by a landslide, and Bulldog coming in second. No, it's not posted in Discord. After the stream, Furpo will do a tweet on it. Yes, full schedule, subject to change, but full schedule. I can confirm my BlueStacks is running like trash. Uninstalled, reinstalled, and it did fine. I mean, looking on that, maybe, but who knows? Any of the other stuff, sometimes they could tie in a midweek faction boss, you know? Barrett got rebuffed, if you mean buffed by a stun for 2 turns, yes. To me, it doesn't change anything. It's still not his best moveset. Mainly because the whatever don't overwrite the thingamajiggy, so he doesn't recycle well at all. Foley won't be that good if Sasha is not randomly buffed. I kind of disagree. Simply because the buff move is 100% gem damage to blue gems. And if you look at his blue gem damage, it's 27k. So that buff, using an MP trainer to get that buff, is more than double a flat 12k gem trainer. Just saying. So if you want to get that buff in feud turn 1, the MP trainer is essentially twice as good as Sasha would be. Also, if you have a certain MP trainer, then it's even more betterer, gooderer. So we're going to run it with all percentages first. Blue, blue, woods, and there. Not on turn 1, it can't. Not in feud, not on turn 1. You cannot use the flat and get the buff turn 1 in feud. So the buff is stronger than the flat to start turn 1, just FYI. Yep. So you're not going to see tour builds. I don't do that. Because tours, what's the point, right? So we're gonna just hit Santa Hogan because no 6-star silvers. This is more about seeing the damage, right, guys? Oops, and that sort of thing. And then how the flat trainers work. So I'm gonna hit a few with the percentage guys, and then we'll put Seamus on and see how that works, and then we can. If we had a flat blue one, I'd put that on and show you specifically, but we don't. So you're not missing out this time. So that's the moveset. This is the entourage for now. Strap, nothing crazy. This is only 9. I was farming some metal bits when I was starting. Hey, that's 10. See if we get lucky. I failed enough. Alright. Just a gem defense strap that I had on him. I mean, the line's pretty easy, Stone Cold. Depending on the percentage, right? So, let's say we're taking blue here, right? 27k? So, 27,930. So, a 25%er would add 7k. So the flat is still better on the blue gem than a 25%er by almost double. Basically, the flat is almost equivalent to a 50%er. The gem damage and health doubled. That's the big difference between 6-star bronze and 6-star silver. Almost every situation, flat is better. Almost every. Yes. Exception is like 100%er. At 6-star bronze, flat is better on everything except like Rocker, Shinsuke, Sammy with the gem damage based moves, and I can show you that too. Right? So, but the flats are going to be better in most cases. Here's so right now, right? Let's take a look. Yeah. Actually, we're going to go in this way. First. We'll just go in here. We'll look at the gems, damage that stuff, and then we'll put King Seamus on for one of the 20%ers. So before the buff, hey Bills Mafia, somebody want to pay attention because I'll forget. 79k and change before the buff. $158 and change after the buff. Not a particularly great board. Okay, Cascade. Only 5.8 million. Well, I'll run it a couple times so we get a feeling what it's going to do. Although 5.8 million in recycles, plus it'll be really strong for blue boss battle because you don't need a swipe, right? So he's a great blue gem shield breaker, and you grow that damage 100% buff every time. So he's a really good blue boss guy in particular, and blue shield breaker. 5.8 isn't bad, considering also this is not a crazy strap at all. I'm only at basically 100%. Buff is one turn. Yep. So he's. I think you could get him. Well, let's just run this a few times. I'm doing well, Brother Ray. We're taking a look at percentage compared to flats. So again, 79k a buff as you'd expect, doubles it. We're not using a flat, so 158k. This is a much better board. We get 3 extra blue gems off the bat. Maybe we'll cascade some blues. Last one was no cascade and only 1 extra. Yeah, it's better. So 6.3. So 5.8, 6.3. Also, he's available in the Showdown store. Great trainer. I would get NWO Hogan first. He would probably be the second one I'd grab. Dual MP trainer, very useful, red and yellow for the duel. Really straightforward moveset too. There we got Blue Cascade. 7.2 million. That was with Blue Cascade. Yeah. A Snowfall plate would be amazing on him, Evo. Absolutely. Yeah. Judgment Day style Snowfall plate, that would be great. I think Hogan shows up more often at the 5-star bronze poster than the shards. Yeah, you want to save around 700,000. Somebody in here can correct me if I'm wrong. It's around 700,000 currency for him, which you should be able to be at now if you play Showdown events. That's not even, I don't play the weekly at all, but playing the events, I'm over a billion. So, and that's buying the top 2 rows every day. All right, 600k, thank you. So let's throw the flat on now. We'll throw the flat on. Okay, so to start, 85k. So that's what are we looking at a 6? That was a 6k increase, is that correct so far? And this is what? What was the other one? I don't remember already. So 158. So it does double the flat. So the buff doubled the flat. Essentially, it was 6K and then 12K. I was curious how it scaled with the buff, right? So it does look like the buff is doubling it. Oh yeah, it's 6-star bronze, insane, right? 5-star gold, even crazier. So you can see the flat is definitely better, 12K per gem. And when you're breaking, what, 6, 30, 32 plus gems at 12K is how much? 32 times 12,000, like 600K? No, 384K. 384K. So it is a difference. Not huge, but it is a difference. I mean, 400K is 400K, right? And that was no cascade, and we're beating, 7 million's a lot more interesting. Congrats, Ghost. For reference, I have taken every one of my flat trainers and coaches to 21K. I spent about 300 million coin on talent up to do that. Literally took all of them 21K, every single one. They are some of the top priorities you should have to get leveled up training-wise. They're going to help you in every aspect of the game. And we'll test it on a few others, the lower rarity and stuff too, not just these guys. Nice, Evo. I can tell you right now, these flats scale really well on multiply gems, especially the bigger. The bigger the multiply gem, the bigger they work. It's pretty nutty. I can show some examples of that as well. This is fully 6-star silver, correct. Yeah, the plan right now is no plan. Sure, you could do that, Ray. Anything putting blue gems out potentially would be fine. Right? Also, if there's ever one like the Rocky Plate that puts the blue gems out, so yes, Gunther, I would imagine, is gonna scale insane at 6-star silver, with his multiplies and flats. Bulldog, when? How about right now? So let's do a what number of damage? Yeah, Evo. What number of damage would impress you guys out of Bulldog? Those of you that have taken Bulldog 5-star gold, 6-star bronze, what number would impress you of damage on turn 1? 6 mil gone would impress you. 8 mil would impress you, Mr. Officer. 4 mil or more. These aren't. I haven't made one. 7.834648, no less. Mike, you got it. 12 mil would impress Evo. That's a big number, Evo. These are not mine. I got these for the stream today and then to show flat trainers at 6-star silver for people. 10 mil plus. 6 mil for a showboat is actually pretty good. All right, let's take a look at Bulldog, see what we got going on. I do have his plate on. So it adds 75% to reds and 25 to yellows when you make reinforces. Let's do a poll. Will I break 8 mil when I put flat trainers on him? And this will be a feud build. Yes? And no. Alright, polls up. Feel free to vote. Medals aren't super crazy, but I did have a 50%. This is my strap. All of these are the straps I had equipped to them. So I did have a 50% gem damage strap. So he's sitting at 150k or 100. Sorry, 150% gem damage. Hey, Arcade. So that's it. That's it. This is the moveset we're gonna run. And then we're going to do red percentage first. And then we'll do the red flat, just like last time. So Foley is nice. 2 red, 1 yellow. Butch. Yoko's nice. And Snoop is 20%. We'll take a look at some numbers. $72K on the Reds right now. $92K. I know, Evo, it's impressive, right? And then the reinforces are 118K after the buff. 92K, 118. Hopefully people remember this because I already forgot what it was to start. I really did, McKeel. Yep, that's with Hall of Fame Yoko. I'll tell you what, he got a big increase. A lot of people disappointed in him at 6-star bronze. He got a big increase. Let me run one more, because that was a nice cascade. That was 8.2 million. $8.3. Yeah, 6-star silver bulldog nope with this plate. Also keep in mind that is going to grow each turn. So at 6-star silver, I don't think there's going to be a lot of 2-cycle wins at Showboat, to be honest. And I think this guy could potentially be one of them. Move damage is went out the window. Nakamura is not going to win on turn 1 anymore. Just for example, Nakamura, you're going to go into turn 2. As well now. Because your strikers even are going to have, like, a ton. What about Hall of Fame Macho? Is he a showboat? I don't see the correlation. Not once people level them up, Snake. Like, once they get their hit points where they should be like max level and stuff, I don't think Naka's gonna turn one most of them. I could be wrong. Maybe he still will if you got a really sick setup, but I could be wrong. He's still one of the better ones. 79k. What were they before? I don't remember what they were. They're 79k. Correct. You do, if they have an anti-multi coach, you're in trouble there. Hey, Angelo, how are you, bud?
Yeah.
Oh, you're wondering, Hall of Fame Macho will scale amazing. So the new move damage goes up less than 10%. None of the move damage guys, literally, they don't get any better. Eight four, little bit better. It doesn't, interestingly on Bulldog, it doesn't seem, that wasn't a great cascade though. Yeah, it's better, but not as significant as the buff guy, which is interesting. I was honestly expecting, yeah, that was surprising to me too, Evo. I was expecting it to hit much, much harder, and for some reason, that doesn't. Yeah, Macho's ridiculous. So, like, Macho and Hall of Fame Kurt are insane. Older ones, Andre, if you want to use a drip. But without a drip, Andre's kind of useless. And he's not very good in other modes, so there's that. No, Umaga's fine. Sure, Bullseye. I can do that. I feel like this should be a pretty good one for making connections. And 125k on the reinforced at the flat after that. I would never waste a drip plate on Mr. Perfect personally, but that's awesome if you like it. And it works for you, that's fantastic. There's a 10 million hit with Bulldog. The answer, Peck, is yes. I have Macho with both gears now. The answer is yes. The coaches. Higo. The coaches. Yeah, so that was a really nice board, but he can hit for 10 mil, like on a really good board. Nice, Southside. Nice. So if you guys want my opinion on Hall of Fame, I rate Kurt number 1. I rate Macho number 2. I rate HBK number 3. And then the older ones, I don't think any have very good viability outside of Andre with a drip, and then Taker. But Taker is going to take a hit a little bit at silver compared to bronze. I do, Evo. I have them all. Snoop with the drip is okay. Yeah. X-Pac is okay as well. Definitely usable. Nash is slow. I don't like Nash at all. I didn't like him when he first came out. I like him less now. Nash is incredibly slow. He will win, but he is incredibly slow. Hall of Fame Triple H is going to take a big hit at 6-star silver because the sub build set is going to take way too long. Yeah, Yes, Taker will still be nice on boss battle, correct. Snoop with both gears in a drip plate is also viable. I don't like leveling people up that are only good with a drip plate. Most people don't have very many or none, so I always take that into consideration for myself. But yeah. Yeah, so Zombie Lashley should be very similar to Bulldog. I don't have him 6-star silver. I can tell you I've used flat coaches on everyone from Lashley to HBK to all kinds of different stuff. They make a big difference, for sure. That would be the set to run at 6-star silver pack, and that I need to try. Drip Maker strap, yes, Donjay. That is the best thing to do with one, is take a Rainmaker that you can equip to anyone and put the drip on it, and move it around that way. So Zombie Lashley will be similar to Bulldog. His plate, the plate doesn't work as well, but he has more potentially bells and whistles. I should not have put this out first, by the way. 75% red on this plate, gem damage when you make the reinforces. How do I do that? It's incredible. We're gonna do it again without me being stupid, Evo. Because I left damage on the table, for sure, with Nikki. Obviously doing it wrong. I don't know your roster, Vic, but probably, yeah. More the point of this... No, I don't have Kurt 6-star silver. I don't have any 6-star silvers on my own. More the point of me doing this was to show the flat trainers on people that they should benefit a decent amount. They're super powerful. Finisher. If you got his gears, the finisher all the way. Why did I do it again? I did it again. Whatever. I'm looking at chat, so... Don't do that. Ah. It's fine. Stop, Northern Mouth. Indeed. I don't know. I've never pulled League 10 loot. When leagues came out, I was the top league when they came out. So I think, what did we start out, guys? 15 or 16? The plate's doing its thing. It's just weird. I'll show you. I'll look at it before the thing and after for you, Evo. Alright, so Reds are 91k. There are several move damage guys you can still use for sure. Striker KO with the Hogan plate, Tech Sammy with the Sheik plate. They will still certainly be viable. Absolutely. So we're 91k. Likely. We're gonna go on a stip tour and then we'll play Alpha to see what it hits turn 2. I forget who asked to see it on a stip tour. Yeah, the Rockies as well, Sandel. I should have clicked the button to look at the gem damage, Evo. It'll pop up here when it breaks. 137k on the reinforced, so I think it's doing what it's supposed to, question mark? I don't know. They're definitely going up. I'll do it one more. We'll do it one more time and actually click on it the second time for you. They're not working the way you would think, for sure. I feel like, but I mean, to be fair, we're at 91k. That's a lot on a showboat for a not primary color, I feel like. Start, but let's find out. We're at 91k, and now we should get 100 from Yoko and 75 from the thing. So that's 175%. So let me see. So 91, 603 times. They should end up 251 by that math, right? Like you were saying. But maybe Yoko isn't working right. Yeah. Maybe Yoko isn't working right. So I don't have a good substitute for Yoko, though. Well, red percentage I do. So we'll try that. Yeah, that barely went up. That went up. Did that just 91,000? That didn't even go up 75%. Yeah. What's going on? Let's take Yoko off, because it barely went up. Hey Lux, how are you? Yeah, Ghostbuster Cena I don't really consider move damage, but yeah. Maybe? Yeah, Pray in the Night's great on Rocker Sean. It lets you cycle a bunch. My buddy got it, and I talked him into switching Pray in the Night on and removing the drip plate. He doesn't like changing. But drip plate rocker has been so good for him, he didn't want to change. But I talked him into it. Yeah, but it wasn't working that way on the buffs with Foley, is the interesting part. 26k is the base. So I don't think it's going off of the base either. Let's take Yoko. Yoko only added like 20k. Do you think that's right? Let me go back. 26k. No. Indeed, Donjay. Yes, I do have 6-star silver plans, but it's gonna take tokens on all of them. I'm not rushing anyone because of shards. All of the Rocky guys will do better than the other move damage guys. Apollo can heal, and he has a ton of life. He won't be fast, but he won't lose on offense, really, unless you do something really stupid. Let's try no Yoko. I took Rick Steiner to 6-star. I haven't decided on my other one yet. Scott Steiner, triple purple is kind of move damage, not really. But he's interesting, even with the bleed, because he can stun lock. Yeah, Rocky guys are pretty safe plays for the most part. Alright, what was this? Now we're at 96k. $116. Interesting. Yeah, it just works weird on him. Compared to what it was doing on Foley, buffing it with the buff, a true double. It's not doing that on Bulldog. I don't know. And it... I don't know. It is, but on Foley with the buff, it was literally doubling it. So, yeah, the mechanic is different for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's the reinforce mechanic, because they didn't want reinforces to be so strong. The reinforce goes off of the original base. Because they're knowing it's going to hit double? Maybe that's why? Question mark? I bet you it's something to do with reinforce. I almost guarantee it. I feel like. Anyway, it's interesting nonetheless. To me. Maybe not to you guys. But to me, it's interesting. Yeah, I think you're right, Bullseye. Well, multis... Well, I'm going to do a stip tour, we'll play Alpha, and then we'll do some stuff with multis. We'll do one stip tour to see what the gem damage goes up to. Here. Calendar's out. Alright, we went over the calendar earlier, so it's tweeted out now for anyone that wants to see that again. I can actually just post it. If the calendar's out, I will just post it. Discord in the chat for you guys, and then... maybe I can pin it or something. There's your calendar. Tentative, and I will pin it. There you go. Enjoy. Oh, we'll get there. It's 4:02. We'll get there in just a few minutes. After Bulldog here, well, I'll show you guys that. Actually, you know what? I'm super excited about it. This is someone I've been wanting a long time. Great new addition. Lady Powerhouse. Anyone want to guess? New addition, Lady Powerhouse, and somebody I'm excited about. And I know at least one other person that's going to be very excited about. McManamy, are you still around? I hope not. I don't like you. But... Raquel's a good guess for a Lady Powerhouse. I see Piper as a guess. New, like not in the game new. Yep. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Also, the card poster art is fantastic. Love it. She looks awesome. Yeet. Yeah, and a powerhouse. Yeah, she looks great. They knocked that one out of the park. Yeah, Donjay. I'm excited about this one, for sure. Very excited about this one. I don't know. She has... I think so too, Bullseye, pre-seeing her. And you all get her at a 6-star bronze for the trial, which is pretty cool. I don't know why she hasn't been on TV lately. Honestly, she's better than I'm gonna annoy some people here. She's way better than Liv. Like, way better than Liv. %, way better than Liv. Not even close. Oh, she got injured? Okay. I said what I said. Yeah, she's super good. So 9.6 on the first turn. Where's the unsubscribe button? I don't know either of them in real life. But as wrestlers, I think Piper Niven is way better than Liv. That barely went up. 300k. The plate just doesn't do much for him. You'd think that 75% would be huge? But it's not. I think she'll be the best powerhouse in the game for 6-star silver. That's just a preemptive guess, because Super Stacy against 6-star silvers is going to take a minute. That was better. That was better. Stacy does. You're not wrong. But it's still gonna take... It already takes like 2 or 3 cycles. So double that. It's probably gonna take like 4 cycles for Super Stacy. Not bad. But it's just gonna take a hot minute, you know? So it really depends on what you're looking for. Compared to like Dakota, Zianka, that kind of stuff. Not some... Oh, Lita, yeah. Lita will... 6-star silver, there are very few move damage people that will be good. Usable, yes. Good is another story. Right? And it also depends on you. That's just my opinion. Bleed stun set is going to run a little bit into the same issues Bullseye with Lita, because Bleed's not going to scale either. Bleeds and move damage go up like 7%. Gem damage and health goes up 100%. So literally, they're half as good as they were. You double their effectiveness is how it works. Yes, Lita's red moves, I think you're right, Mike. Because flats and multiplies work really well. Yes, it's the first 6-star trial. We are indeed getting Piper 6-star. Yes, she probably will. I think she's gonna win on turn 2, so she's gonna take a shot. But if you have Apollo, I think she'll be fine. And instead of winning on turn 1 with Apollo, she'll win on turn 2, I think. Yeah, I think Dakota is clearly, with gem damage doubling, gonna be the winner, right? Like, she's the best lady by far. So yeah, all right. Alpha time. Who's waiting for Alpha? Show of hands. All right. The trial, yes. Yeah, Gumsy. So people are taking not good 6-star silvers for the most part. They're just taking who they can. Right? And a lot of them aren't, the ones I saw, a lot of them didn't even have medals and plates and straps, actually. They just had taken them 6-star silver to have a 6-star silver. Big dumb. And we crashed. What else was I supposed to talk about today? Flat Gem Trainers, monthly schedule. It's Pride, the Pride Week stuff going on this week with the tour around that. If you guys didn't know, it's Pride Month in general. So it's a good opportunity to remind people, just because someone's different than you doesn't mean you need to be a douche nozzle. Just saying. Yes, Powerhouse Sammy's awesome. He's gonna be my first 6-star powerhouse. Some people do like being a douche nozzle. True enough. They're probably lonely people, though. What do you mean, serious, Gumsy? I think games should always be about fun. Alright, so just because they're rare, but here's 20%. These are all the percentage black trainers I have. There's not very many, so there's 2. So we're gonna run with those percentages, and then we're gonna switch to the flat, which is Zombie Edge. If you like him, Angelo, you like him. Like, I am good with that, right? I just don't. Zombie Edge is flat black coach. Alpha, you really want the black match turn 1 with the whatever plate. That loads everything for turn 2, and turn 2 is what you want, because then you've hit your buff twice. Really, I haven't found anyone that other than like tours that Sasha is a game changer on. The coaches are much better. Do the coaches first. Percentage on Rocker, Zombie Edge. We'll go over that actually. After playing Alpha a little bit, I will 100% go over that for you. It's really easy. Rocker, you always want percentages. Alright, so 2 buffs, 250k for Alpha with 2 buffs. I love Striker KO, Gumsy. He is very quick with a Hogan plate. I use Striker KO over Rocker, by the way. Just FYI. I love Striker KO. So 2 buffs was 250k. This is no flats. We'll run, so 8 mil, no flats. 250k. Midnight, what's your question? Which is your best one to level? I don't understand your question, Midnight. Stevie Ray, if you have to level someone. But NWO Hogan from the Showdown store would be the answer. Yeah, he stun locks. So like everything is relative, right? Like so, Gumsy, just because I say somebody's not good or I don't like them or that kind of thing, yeah, most people don't have Austin though. Oklahoma Thunder. Um, doesn't mean they're bad for you, right? So like the stun lock guys that are slow that I generally don't like, if you do not have a strong roster, you don't have crazy plates, straps, medals, those are your best bet because you're going to lock them down and win. So for somebody like that, there's like different tiers, right? Like and what I mean is not tier lists. Like anybody, when you ask somebody who's better, the answer is always, and one of the few people I actually like a skip strap on is Alpha. The answer is always dependent on your roster. So from 250 to 261. So about 12K, just like we saw on Foley. Yeah. Yeah, Sib. Exactly. So, like, stunlock guys that can recycle are always going to be useful for rosters. If you can stunlock and recycle, like, that's why I love Striker KO. I don't, he's Merrick's proof. I can't cascade. If I play him right, I don't lose. I don't have to think about it, right? So Alpha's a good 8.5, 9 mil guy. Turn 2, right? Striker Lashley, yes, bullseye for sure. Striker Lashley, triple red, especially if you have Ronda's jacket, he's gonna hit super hard. Yeah. So here's what I really want to show you guys with flats, actually. So I'm gonna run something that's gonna get me rocked, right? Or mostly rocked. No, restat. There won't be. DJ may have some on Wednesday. Certainly not. If she's not in the game, I can't use her. So we're gonna run. Where is my? Let's do a multiply guy because you haven't. The real power is on multi guys. Let's do Sean. My Sean has no gem damage to speak of, right? So basically, consider it strapless. 37%. He's basically strapless. His traditional moveset. We're gonna run this without his normal way, how most people were running Sean, right? The best that most people, this is the best setup most people ran with Sean. What's his moment do? I think it ups his multiply and feud. Give me a second, Peck. Oh no, it does it all the time. That's actually kind of really good for Sean. Okay. That's pretty good. All right. So this is like the best. Most people probably could have came up with Sean before flats. So let's see what he hits with 35% blue. But here, another really good example, like Tech Sammy, even if you don't have, whatchamacallit, Chic Plate for Tech Sammy, he's still really good. Drains them. 1 blue gem. One blue gem. Who gets 1 blue gem? Yeah, Seth will be great. Because he can make a bunch of red gems. Ton of... No, the second one dropped in after I swiped. Really? Alright, whatever. Okay, so 16K. 16K. Uninstall and reinstall, Steven. Yes. To answer your question, yes. Uninstall and reinstall. So 16K to 240K. Somebody want to remember that? It was 16K base, 240K multiply gem. Yeah, I know, Pack. Right? It's not, it's honestly, it's not about Sean or the board. It's just to show the difference on big multiply guys. That's the whole point of this. So 16K and 240K. So as for your question about the strap on HBK, no, not necessarily, Lux. What would you replace it with? If you have a 20% gem damage, definitely don't. You know what I mean? If you have, you know, like a 50, sure. Hey, we can hit like we're supposed to. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, Ennio, super excited for that. Okay. How are you, Ennio? Yes and no. It helps. So the key is breaking the thresholds, right? Above 50%, they will always kick out pretty much no matter how hard you hit them. If they're above 50% life, they're going to kick out. If they're above 35%, I think it is, or 33, they can still kick out, but very unlikely. So basically, you need to hit hard enough with a big enough pin to get them under those thresholds. So if your gem defense gets you to those thresholds, then you're good. If your gem defense doesn't get you to them, then you're not good. Does that make sense? So we're just going to switch out China for Sheamus. It makes a big difference on Sean. Very big difference on big multiplies. So from 16 to 26. Yep, so to 383. Massive, these flats are the best on multiplies. Of everything I've tested, they scale the best on multiplies. The bigger the multiply, the crazier they get. Huge difference. Huge. No, Mayo. Yes, it will. Trial Piper will get everyone through the challenge tour. Good shout, Telvin. Also, if you have powerhouse requirements on the road tours and you don't have a good powerhouse, Piper would be the time to do them. Yes, Gunther will be amazing. Here, you guys really should not do this here because I don't want it. I don't want my beautiful boy touched, but here we go. All right, so we're going to kill two birds with one stone. People were asking about on like Rocker and like Sammy. So the build I have been running on Sammy has been triple black. I could do about 13 to 15 million in feud with my setup without having to use a drip. Right? This can do like 13 million for me. With the setup. Now, anyway, percentage on Sammy. We're going to do this. We're going to do gem percentage. Okay, see the damage per red move is 125k, 150k. Versus the flat, 137k. So flats suck on these moves. Always percentages. Unless it's like a tiny, like 20k move. Does that explain that okay? Now, we are going to run the moveset that I like now on Sammy, which was his worst moveset, in my opinion, before flats. Okay, so we're going to run it before flats, and then we'll run it with a flat. Again, another big multiply guy. Times 19. Oh, not really fair. We only got 3 red gems. It's fine, though. So, 48k. Yes, flats would be fantastic on Riddle. So from 48k, somebody remember that, to 140 or 1.4 million. And then of course you blow up the board with the cross breaks. Sure. So this was a terrible board. To be fair, completely terrible. And we still hit for 6 million. I'm gonna run it once more. Excellent, Peck. Thank you for the fine math, sir. Let's see if I can get more than 3 reds. Because that's, like, a very bad board. In fact, I didn't hit that low in all of Feud. You can't really, kid, and the answer is no. Because percentages are better on him than flats. But Naka needs exactly what Naka needs. Yes, Bullseye. The answer is yes. Now this is a little bit better. 4 red gems. So this should hit for like 8 million. No problem, bud. How are you, by the way? That takes those 2, that takes that gets all of those. And then just to be safe, I always destroy the multiplies. Alright, 7 million-ish. Okay, fine. But the real thing we care about is the 48k to 1.4 million. So let's go with the flats. Or the flat. Changing 1 trainer. Flats are great on Zombie Lashley. But they're better on multiply guys and buff guys. So they're okay on reinforce. And much better on multiply and buffs. The bigger the they do the flats do the best on multiplies, and they do really well on buffs. So now we go flat Stacy. Zandel, honestly, I can't even remember how she plays. I'd have to look her up. Flats won't work on Ray, really, other than if yes on his Juggernaut moveset. No on the multiply set because it's random what gems you hit. the flat gems work the best on multi-gems first, then buff guys, and then like board spam reinforce kind of things. They like scale the best is what I mean by that. So like your best targets are like your high multiply guys, your HBKs, as far as where they make the biggest difference. I'm not saying they don't on other guys. And then it's your buffs. So this is going to hit stupid hard because there's more reds. So it doesn't count. All we care about though is the gem damage we're going to see. So we went from 48k to 57k. To 1.56 million. And I also have Seamus Crown on him. So every red gem is 1.56 mil. With the flats. So definitely a nice boost. Not as good on him as it was on HBK, which is interesting though. I was expecting more, to be honest. It seems like it's slightly wonky sometimes, but still not bad. Yes, Gumsy. Just ignore the damage. It's good. And it's super simple. Yes, Southside. The answer is yes, if you have her, use her. Okay? Trust me. DM me for the why later if you want more info. But yes. The answer is yes. She's helpful. Okay. Now, Gumsy. I got you. Triple black. Drip plate or not, triple black. Let me, yes, reset your coaches. Please, sir. What do we need? What do we need for this one? Are any of them tricksters? That's awesome, English. Aha! Okay, so, Gumsy, I think you're in luck because I took the drip plate off of her because someone wanted to see what she hit like without a drip. So you are in luck because I know you said you don't have a lot of rare stuff. So you don't have Santa Hogan, correct? At 17k? I'm assuming? So for you, you're going to do 2 black MP trainers. No, you don't need to apologize, dude. I will just show you what she'll look like. That's why I'm asking. So you can... Why don't I just do previous? Because I know I did this the other day for someone as well. So you have 2 options. So this first feud, if they don't have their MP down maxed, then you could do this. Right? So if their MP down isn't maxed, you can do this. You do have Santa, though, so you can use him for flat gem damage, just not the MP, yes? Is that a safe assumption? So you have the flat gem damage on him? If not, do you have Boogeyman? I just want to know so I can show you. Okay, perfect. So the key here to Dakota, max levels and full stars. You will want to fill her stars and max her levels. That's a big deal for her. Because she's 100% gem damage based. So we will do this with the flats and then without one of them in case for feuds when you know, they have MP down. So 55k per black gem. Find a spot you like. 2 to 3 traps is the sweet spot, by the way. So that makes them 75k a piece. And the thing is, she breaks so many. Like I said, 2 or 3 is the sweet spot. 4 is too many. I think once I've got screwed up only doing 2, so I usually do 3. Let's do 2 though. I said once. I said once I've got screwed up using 2. So what happened? Every time. So once in a blue moon, like that's like 1 in 100. I'm not even playing. Like not even playing. Only I can make Dakota look bad. Worst moment of the year, yeah. So we're gonna break 3. And I've never had 3 not be enough. So hold your beer, game. I've never had 3 not be enough. Never. So that's not top 10 of the year, absolutely. So that's literally 6.4 million. That will double over 12 million at 6-star silver without a drip. So like you're going to be worst case scenario winning on turn 2 without a drip plate. Ladies that hit that fast and that hard, even without a drip, they just aren't there, right? And then for people that want to see with the drip, my strap is only a 20%er. Metals aren't crazy. My black gem damage is 148%. So I feel like it's certainly achievable. It's not crazy. That was 2 flats for when you have MP down. Now, when you have to use double MP, it's going to go down a little bit, right? In your case. So let's go with Ted. Obviously, the great one. 12K trap coach. So she breaks a lot of black gems. I don't think so. We can try it though. So in your case, if you ever get what's her face, the one that just came out, she adds 2 black MP and 40% gem damage. I still don't have her. Tori, that would be Chef's Kiss for Dakota, right? Chef's Kiss. We're going to do a bunch of stuff with Dakota, though, in the flats, because you might find the flats are better than matte with a drip plate. Just saying. Well, we can do that. Give me a second. So 43K using double MP trainer. That's awesome, Jason. Sometimes things work out. And you know what? I've only ever had it not work twice. So we're breaking 2. $5 million reduced to 4.4. Still not bad. Interesting question. Nope. It won't hurt them. For sure. So NWO Hogan is very viable if you... That was a really bad spread there. I broke too many. Really bad spread. So that was a horrible spread. Oh, I never have issues with her, Bruno. I just break... In feud, I just break... With the drip plate, I just break 3 and call it good. You know? 6-star silver makes anyone with gem damage that can recycle much better than they were, right? And it halves whatchamacallits. Move damage guys, basically. I don't have a plate on her right now. That's plateless. So these ones have been plateless. No problem, Southside. You see why it makes a difference? No, I'm not going to take the strap off. That's like playing completely handicapped. If you want to see what it would do with just a regular Fury set, I would do that. But I'm not gonna completely remove a strap, because that's like, at that point, nobody is good. You're gonna need like a stun lock person. If you don't have a strap, you're just gonna have to use a stun lock person, or you're never gonna get anything done. To be honest, no one's really good. Oof. That Stone Cold, I would say the stun immunity, simply for the Litas, the whatevers, Super Stacy's, that kind of thing. 20% won't make the biggest difference. Yeah, this is without a plate, but you do need a strap. That way you don't get stun locked. So I would say that. I mean, Sam, she's not good until 6-star, comparatively, right? So I don't know your roster, but unless you have Zianka, you don't have a better trickster. That's a lady, in my opinion. That being said, she does not have anything to slow them down. So if you have like a sub recycler, like a Rhea, you could say Rhea is better, right? For your roster. But as far as speed, damage, and perfect recycling, there is not a faster combo. And here's what the percentage I think you said you wanted to see. I forget who asked. There's not a better combo in the ladies' game for speed, damage, and recycling. It's just she's the best, in my opinion. That is an opinion, for those reasons. As far as straight up, fast, simple, straightforward damage. That being said, I'm not going to showdown with her. You know what I mean? That's up to you, Nope. Like, it really doesn't matter. That's completely up to you. I mean, you definitely could do that, Bullseye. I use Zianka for showdown. No. No one, period, of all the ladies, Supin. If you have the right stuff for her, and even if you don't, no one's, I don't believe, faster, because it's very straightforward. Zianka is still good, but I don't think she's faster. And if you don't have, I mean, like, it's hard to explain what I mean. But things can go wrong in the sense that you need your match on the bottom 3 rows with Zianka and things like that. And if you have a drip plate in particular, so her best setup, they're, in my opinion, by far the best place in the game for a drip plate is Dakota. Yes. In a vacuum, Zandel, yes, because here's why. You're beating everyone on turn 1. So if in a vacuum, for me, with the, see there, I missed with 2 again because I'm doing this. It's phenomenal, but I didn't pin them. That's just insane how I can do that when I'm floored. Yes, Hall of Fame China absolutely got better. Absolutely. But she's really random unless you use her finisher. So I don't like her. But I think, you know, like I said, with the right stuff, Dakota's maybe one of the best characters in the game. Anyway, I feel like there's not a better spot for a drip plate in how much it changes your roster with or without. Like, ladies roster without Dakota in a drip versus ladies roster with Dakota in a drip is head and shoulders insane. Yes, especially if you have her gear, Mr. Officer. Corbin at silver will go down. Yes, because you're going to have to recycle. You can plan for that, but you will have to cycle through it. Now, if you want to see Dakota with set up the way, like, full tilt, and I don't have a crazy strap equipped to her, so, you know, this isn't. So here's the normal. People use Matt and Mem, actually. This would be what they normally do. Matt and Mem, if they have it. I think Dakota's worth it, but that's just my opinion. Go away, Mike. Go away. No, you're fine, buddy. It's always too soon, right? And when I have a drip, I don't mess around. Literally, I'm breaking 3 every time. So this is like the old way, I would say. A really nice cascade. 10 million reduced to 9 million. Yeah, Bacchus, she's crazy with a drip. In the ladies' game especially, because it's a perfect recycle and it's so fast. It's just really fast. Plus, it's fun to watch the board blow up, I think. Anyway, it's fun. So, the easiest replacement is going to be Mem. So I'll tell you right now, Austin's better than Mem already, 20%. Boogeyman might be too, but I use Austin and not Mem. But we'll go right to Edge. No, not on Dakota. Oh, Miz might be, Zandel. I get what you're saying, but no. That's fine, Swaby. She doesn't need it. Do you have Mem though? That'd be funny if you don't have those. If you don't have Boogeyman, but you do have Mem. Mem is still incredibly rare. Boogeyman, not so much. That's funny, dude. $12 million reduced to 11.2. I don't think so, Lux. I really don't think so. They'd have to make it much weaker. Like, times 7 is too much. Right? It should have been like times 3. Yes, Big Flecky. Matt does work. It is a visual glitch. There is one. There's 2 of them. You have Miz, who adds 15% to every multiply gem. And then you have Taker, who adds 1 extra multiply and 5%. So there are 2. Some people do, Peck. I don't. I just like breaking it, you know, with the move. You can set up a swipe if you want to, and not place here. Yes, Dexter is better than Matt, by the way. Dexter Loomis is better than Matt. Yes, Peck. I'll show you guys what Peck's talking about if the board works out. You can get another set of multis down. It doesn't matter, so I don't swipe. But you put your traps, like, on the greens right here, where we have a 3 break. He's completely correct. And then you just do this. I just don't mess with it. It's, I guess, about the same speed. And you get another set of multis out. So it's probably best, too. Because that's... I mean, like... It's good. It's, like, really good. Until an acro dodges you on the swipe. So don't do it on acros. Because I've had that happen. Oh, that's great, Peck. Just don't do it on acros. Anyone other than an acro, though. It doesn't take that much longer either, Peck. I'm just super lazy. No, I think it... I don't know, Xandel, I'd have to look. Yes, Crazy Dina, that's the schedule. It's pinned at the top. I don't have specifics on any of it, but that is the schedule pinned at the top. So, what I think would be really good on her, Xandel, would be the 40% 2 black MP, so you don't need Santa Hogan. Tori. There's your winner chicken dinner. Who needs Matt when you can use Naka? That's 17 million reduced to 15. So yeah, when you have nice stuff, there's no one better for the ladies. Nice, Swavy. How are you, Crazy Dina, by the way? So, Acro Bianca is going to be very good with the flats. She's a multiply guy. Or a gal in this case. So yeah, Dakota flats is a home run. Who's that, Peck? Don't we get to use enough? Hey, Hitman, how are you? Okay, so I'm running out of time. I think we covered everything. What are you guys' thoughts so far on the flat gems? Who's the most underrated character you'd use the tiara plate on? So I used to use it on Rocker, who's not underrated. Oh yeah, I use her every ladies event, Peck, but we don't have that many ladies events. Clubber? Probably. If you don't have Rhonda's jacket, here. No, it doesn't work on a sub. Never mind. But you can do some interesting things ish potentially with this stuff now, potentially. With flats. Because you can choose reds into these. You could kind of do the column destroy. So Tiara and Clubber with that stuff could be really interesting. Most people only think about in move damage so far, but now you're going to start thinking, or should start thinking a little bit differently. Oh, nice, Hitman. Have fun. Striker Nikki, did you watch my video? Did I mention it? I can't remember. Anyone that makes multiplies off of something not a sub, the Tiara will work on. It used to be good on Steph back before Perks got nuked. It was really good on Dusty, actually. Hall of Fame Dusty was pretty good on, and then Hall of Fame Wendy. Again, those were, but Wendy has really fell off. I don't actively use a TR on anyone anymore. Rocker I have set up for boss battle, so that's not on him. I don't believe I actively use a TR anymore. Which is kind of sad. I used to use that all the time. That one was huge. There is one more flat that, and flats will help Dusty a lot, I would say, but no, not on the sub, Mike. Zombie Rebuild, the only build botch finisher. So choose botch's finisher. Who is it? I just had a brain fart. Oh yeah, Finn. Okay, so I don't have a strap equipped to my Finn. He's got hollow stars. This setup, I will screw it up though, for sure. He is low charge, which means you can use double flat purples. So let's. What did you learn new, Mike? Oh, because it's the, well, no, she does traps. Hold on, hers multiplies come off of the traps. Actually, I think Tiara will work. I was thinking sub, but it's traps. I was wrong. Don't listen to me. I'm stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about. Only in boss battle. Angelo, I can run that. Well, I'm gonna make a video on it too. Okay, recycles 6-7, maybe I think 6-7 million in recycles. So normally with this moveset, you'd be using like purple percentages. So like a 35%er, like this kind of thing, and then Lacey, blah 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 blah. And then whoever, if there's even any other purples, I think there's only one. So without flat and then with flat kind of things. We're going to use Santa because he doesn't have a strap, right? So I would be using Santa. Yes, Lux. Bad because he's hollow. 10k. The double purple gives him a huge boost. Spoiler. So no strap equipped on him right now. Hollows. He would get a huge bump at 6-star silver. What's up, DHJ? So this is like gonna be not good. This is just for comparison. It doesn't recycle, Lux. It's you hit it once and win. That's the goal. Yeah, I'm stoked about Piper. No, they did. It was supposed to be last week. Didn't work out. Now I guess it'll be sometime this week. The problem is this can cascade. It's perfect for a Judgment Day plate, though. Because that would drain them. And I'll cascade every freaking time I do this. Just by the way. So I wouldn't run this without a Judgment Day plate. Because of me. Not because it's bad. Because it does hit hard. When it's built right. So that's 2.3 million with crappy trainers. Yeah, the Judgment Day plate is just for when Merrick's happens, but it still hits hard, like really hard. That's the no strap, crappy trainers, 2 hollow stars. This is gonna be really underrated. Yeah, HBK is awesome, Lux. We can do one of those real quick too. because my Hall of Fame HBK has got gears, so I can use all the flats. And I actually, if you didn't know, best flat in the game is Razor by 150 more than anyone else. So we're using all the flats now. And a buff. Indeed. Indeed, Gumsy. Come on, Merrick's, don't cascade. Every time. Every freaking time. It's like I have a terrible cursed gift. You know what I mean? Like, that's not even my fault. Almost doubled his damage output to 4 million from 2.2. Literally almost doubles his damage output. The flat trainers are freaking ridiculous. That's with no strap. Triple purple, so yeah. Hall of Fame Sean. When you have his gears, you can do this. And you can run all of the flats. Mutant Seth is really good for him, by the way. If you have the Triple H plate. That a lot of people passed on. Because they wanted resources. Because they didn't know who it was worth using on. You get boards like this all the time. With Mutant Seth. Yeah, Mr. Officer. Every time I break 4 greens, it's adding 100% to his gem damage, by the way. His yellow gem damage. Not to mention the fact we already did 2 million damage. And then a 7 million finisher. That would be 14 million-ish at 6-star silver from a showboat. And he's got a metric crap ton of health. I don't know if you noticed, but I think he's at 19 million health on a tour for me. Now, to be fair, just to be clear, that's the plate. When you break 4 more green gems, increase your yellow by 100%. Also, to be clear, the luckiest strap I've ever gotten. So, my yellow gem damage is really good. It's 215, 220, 221% base before the buffs start kicking in. So, like, 3 buffs is good for 7 million this way. I've gotten as many as 5 buffs. It's pretty cool. Also, he's great for yellow shield on faction boss. And because the move charge is low, you can showdown with him quite easily. Mutant Seth, though, makes a huge difference. And the flats. If you don't have... the nice thing, though, I mean, if you don't have the gear, then you just put an MP trainer in here. So, Peck, this is the way I look at it. If we're going to talk really quick, I bet he was Arquills. really quick about how I see people relative to the field. I don't always just look at somebody overall for the whole game. So at Showboat, I think the best Showboat now is probably Sheamus, but I need to level him up and mess with him. I think he passes Nakamura now, plus he has the Brutes link for Showdown, and he's very, very viable in many options for boss battle. So I think Sheamus is probably the best Showboat now. And then Hall of Fame Macho, I think, is hands down the best acro. So the fact he's low charge, he's got the link, and he just hits harder, faster than any of the other acros. And I'm gonna need like 60 tokens of gold to take him 6-star silver. So Longview, I'm waiting, and that's with both gears, though. That I think he's hands down the best acro in the game. And so that's more why I didn't take HBK, because that would put me 10 more gold tokens behind, and it's going to take forever to get that many gold tokens probably for Hall of Fame. I wish I had known now what I didn't then. But Acro Warrior's not bad. No, he's good. Just Macho is faster, quicker with his gears than anyone else. That's why. For me. Right? So that's how I look at that. Who wanted to see Foley that wasn't here? Are you still here? The person that missed Foley, I forget already who that was. Because I'm big dumb. Yeah, so like at Striker, I feel like I have options. Rocky 76, Rocker, like just a lot, literally a lot of options, right? Acro, all right, Angelo. I just feel like no one is quite on Macho's level. They're good ones, so. Ooh. Maybe with flats, Evo, because those flats, when he makes the whole board into red multis, it's probably going to be really good. Yeah, Scott, that's my thought. Oh, yeah, Nikki Zandel. Nikki, regardless, over anything, number one priority. I think for me, she's the best lady striker for how I want to play. Yeah. I'm 200 shards from Dragon. I'll get him eventually, even though I want him really bad. Nikki is going to by far be the best for me. At Lady Striker. I don't like any of my Lady Strikers at all. I don't want to play with any of them. So, and I'm not willing to put a drip plate on any of them. And I don't like their gameplay even with a drip plate. So, yeah. Nikki 100% for me. Literally, she's the striker I've been waiting months for. I don't care for striker Shayna. She's defensive. She's okay. My least favorite 6-star. I would think so, Architect Bruno. I would think so. I think people use the drip plate on her, though. Yeah, I still don't have a 6-star bronze tech female either, Zandel. Same boat. I've been waiting for tech lady forever. Clubber's awesome. I love Clubber. All right, Angelo, here you go. Yeah, I believe so, Evo. The problem is she overwrites her stuff. She runs into a little bit of the same problem, so you have to take an extra swipe, and people get their moves charged up on you. Asuka. What about Asuka? What about Asuka, Peck? Yeah, I don't care for Shayna. You gotta play her with the kick out and then get pinned. Oh, yes. Asuka with a Judgment Day plate and a Z plate is pretty dirty. Sorry, Peck. Brain fart. You know me. And again, just because I say it doesn't make it fact, right? Like, these are literally just my opinions, and your roster and how people work for you is massive. Gunther, probably. So, at 6-star silver Arquils, if you have Goldberg to train him at coach, probably. Maybe even at 6-star silver without Goldberg. Nice, Bruno. Yeah, so Rhea does look fun, and she's somebody that I probably, if I had to do it probably would have taken instead of Shayna, except Shayna's a defensive striker for boss battle. So I like that for boss battle, and she's got max healing for me. And she can do a few things there. But at least I have a lady shield breaker at 6-star for when I need that. That's got healing. So whatever. It is what it is. Nice. So yeah. Bulldog has other stuff that probably works well with flats we didn't get into yet. He also like has a sneaky drip build. I know I don't like, always talking about drip builds and stuff, but he does have a sneaky drip build that recycles with yellow flats. Likely would hit really hard as well. So he can, some utility for boss. He can break a yellow shield. He can obviously do the red shield. He's got a substantial bleed with Apollo. So there's plenty of stuff to like about Bulldog, I feel like. You could do... I feel like he's better at 6-star silver than he was at 6-star bronze. Trick Becky, she's okay. I think she's going to get worse at 6-star silver, though. The problem at Trickster is it's loaded. Zianka. And then, like, Trainer... Oh, I think China's potentially better. Becky, if you got all of her stuff, is pretty good. Asuka is only there for the trainer. She's, in my opinion, hot garbage. That's just my opinion, but I can't stand her. But, like, for the trainer, you need her 6-star. So... But Trickster's probably the most loaded lady class. I would probably put Becky in priority order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. As far as fighting order, she's better than that. She's probably, depending on what you have in your roster, 3 or 4. If you have all of her gears, she's maybe more interesting, though. I don't. Yeah, there you go, Mr. Officer. Yeah. So they're not just like 6-star silver. I think these two both pass Liv. The fact that she's random, health pool's doubled, she's not going to wipe people out on turn 1, and when you use her, she cascades all the time, at least for me. So I feel like both of these two move past Liv at 6-star silver. She's super annoying at 6-star bronze because the AI will kill you in 1 turn. So you either kill her first or she kills you. Choice between Dakota and Becky. So now that depends. If you don't have great stuff for Dakota, Becky can slow them down a lot more. So utility wise, she's got a couple different MP steals that you can load cheap. In fact, she's got 3. No, 2. Purple and or green. And you can sub, blow up the board, that kind of thing with Becky, and slow them down, right? You don't have that option with Dakota. So if you're going to hit for 4 million with Dakota and take 2 shots and lose, Becky might be better, right? That just depends on your roster, but you're not going to win on turn 1 with Becky at all. You're going to have to run like something like this with the sub. Some version of that. You're not going to use the double trap, double red finisher and come away smelling like roses, you know? Mela could potentially be good, maybe. I feel like I don't remember her very well. She was really random, as I recall. She does have some drip plate potential, I suppose, but again, over Dakota, I just can't see it. Tiara you could use, just looking at this, multiplies into black. So I think she's got the problem of pinning, right? I don't remember Mela, full disclosure, at all. I don't remember her at all. So I don't feel like I'm qualified to answer your question. It's somebody I need to freshen up on, to be honest. And then, yes, Clubber. So thinking about gem damage too, I do have the moment and a decent strap. Why are we here? How did we get there? But Clubber is surprisingly good gem damage guy, without a drip. I do have Rhonda's jacket. In fact, I think he's my favorite target for Rhonda's jacket, along with Lashley at striker. But if you haven't seen Clubber, this is his moment, maxed. So he gets the 100% black gem damage and the +1 multiply, +4 gem create, and this is huge in feud. +3 matchy match is amazing in feud. And flats are tasty on him. He was if you played Showdown. Him and his plate were both free if you played Showdown. Lux. Due to a mistake. A glitch in the Matrix, if you will. JBL with a Titan plate is probably the best icon. How is that Evo with flats? That might be better. I feel like I tried that. Maybe I'll try it again, because I don't love her. The nice thing, 3 is worth 6 for him. Plus, yeah, so... he's kind of Merrick's proof at that point. How many multiplies, though, can be a bit hit or miss. So the flat's much better than Matt for consistency. You can see I missed a lot of my multiplies, still hit for 8 million and drains them. The team shop and the showdown shop, so not the stip ones. I mean, Batista is fine to get through them, probably. With some of his other stuff, or just pick one with a sub. I don't know. The stip ones, Taker's really good. So I really like this build for Clubber. After Sammy, he'll be my next powerhouse, I think, for silver, assuming no one else comes out. Or maybe Piper if I get her. You could try with Batista. See, here we have a lot more multiply gems. And we should get a lot better connection. Definitely better. That was 11.5 million. So the flats are so good. So good. They were supposed to be last week, so hopefully this week. And I think I am over my time by 19 minutes. So I will call that a stream. Any last questions before I call it a stream? What do you guys think overall about the flats? And what do you think about these three? I'll probably try to actually put some videos out on them and then probably try to do a video on the flat gems as well. For people that missed a lot of that stuff, I think it would be useful. Yeah, don't necessarily go ham, Remix. He's got heal gems, so if they swipe the wrong or right spot in your case, you can cheese it fairly easily. Like 5-star bronze, you could maybe get lucky. It might take some tries, but 5-star bronze, you could probably get lucky and cheese it. He's also got a massive health steal ability that's really hard to load, but you could maybe do some trickeration with that as well. All right, guys. Well, I don't see anyone else on, so we will call that a stream for today. These three are not mine, and Barrett's not mine. He just hasn't been removed yet. So the rest are my posters, though. I think so, Telvin. I think so, too. I think their coaches and trainers, especially the coaches, everyone should put a priority on if they're on your roster for leveling up to that 21k. Which hopefully I showed that okay today. And also showed some gem damage scaling on some of these guys with buffs and reinforces and stuff. And what they can likely do at 6-star silver and how flats work. Z Black would be a good one. I don't have him at 6-star silver. But he would probably be a good one, Angelo. Absolutely. Yeah, see you guys next time. Take care. Appreciate it. Later, Mike, Jason, Lux, Telvin, Scott, Angelo, Remix, Mr. Officer, Mayo, a jingle.
Yeah.